Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to be taking just a very brief look at JetBlue. I've been making videos on several of the big airlines on my channel if you want to come and check those out. First off, I wanted to take a look at JetBlue's stock year to date. At their high for the year, they were at almost $19, and at their low, they were at $6.65. So from their highest to their lowest, it went to about a third of what it was. And that sounds pretty bad, but it's actually not quite as bad as some of the other airlines, such as Delta and American and Spirit. And some of the other major airlines are actually near their new lows again, whereas JetBlue is still a couple of dollars up. And my personal thinking for this is that JetBlue is not in any real threat for bankruptcy. I think all of the major airlines, still have a little bit of a chance to go bankrupt, but I think JetBlue is one of the safer bets. Here is the 5-year chart for JetBlue, and this is actually what's a little bit more concerning to me. In 2015, they were trading for about $21.50, and then at their peak, they were only at about $27 within the last year. Now, JetBlue is not a growth stock, but it is one of these smaller airlines, especially as the ones I've looked at, so there does need to be a bit of a growth element there. Now, just looking at this overview of financials for year over year for the last 4 years, revenues have steadily increased, and then they fell a little bit short of expected earnings in 2018, but other than that, it's been relatively steady. Now, I wanted to take a look at a couple of points by bears and bulls by analysts at Morningstar, and the first one for a bull point is that JetBlue's management team has had much success running low-cost airlines. So they have a very strong management team, and they're running a low-cost airline, but most people generally do not think of JetBlue as low-cost. Typically, JetBlue does have slightly higher prices, but they're getting a much better experience compared to the very low-cost airlines such as Frontier and Spirit. And then the second point is competitive pricing with Mint and the A321 could provide attractive economies on transatlantic routes for JetBlue. And for those who don't know, those are Airbus planes. It's one of the few airlines in the US that does run on Airbus, and with everything that's going on with Boeing right now, Airbus has obviously been hit pretty hard as well, but Boeing is in some serious trouble right now, and I think JetBlue having the Airbus planes is a really big plus. And then now taking a look at a couple of points made by bears, JetBlue has substantial fixed operating costs and has taken on a lot of debt. Now, most of the other airlines do have more debt than JetBlue, especially American Airlines, but JetBlue is a much smaller airline, so this could potentially be a problem if they are not able to start paying off that debt aggressively in the next few months. And then the next point is kind of an interesting one, and actually something I haven't really thought about before this, but with the heavy European ties that JetBlue has with other European airlines, it could actually potentially bring up a problem for JetBlue increasing their transatlantic presence. JetBlue's co-ventures may not be a huge fan of JetBlue wanting to increase the transatlantic flights, which could be a big problem because that's one of their big growth opportunities right now. And I kind of already mentioned this, but one of the biggest things going for JetBlue right now is that they have pretty competitive pricing with the other airlines, but they have better customer service and free snacks, free checked bags, so they really have a lot more going for them than other airlines such as United, American, and Delta in this way. And then lastly, I actually wanted to take a look at a bold point for Southwest, which is Southwest enjoys the strongest brand in the industry thanks to its simple, fair prices, free checked bags, and solid customer service. And JetBlue is actually really good at those things too, if not better than Southwest, so JetBlue may be able to take a lot of their market share from the other airlines as well. In my opinion, JetBlue is one of the better picks for airline stocks out there right now, and as I said at the beginning of the video, I did make some other videos on American, Delta, Spirit, and Jets, which Jets I think is a really good pick right now because of the potential risk for bankruptcy out there and struggling airlines. And subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching.